Hey everyone. Uh, I'm just here to give you 5 tips that have helped me and you know makes you better at battling. Here are my stats, just to give me some credibility. 96 wins, 511 KOs, and all that damage, right? So, um, yeah, here we go. On to the first tip. My first tip for everyone would be to always use pivot immunities. Now, what I mean by this is earth types, plant types, and light types, basically. The reason that you want all those types is because, firstly, a lot of the meta right now has pivot moves, such as like Lashant, Ikazune, the Ludrix, Zulong, Luminami, Mirwraith, Phage Knot right now that we have. Let me see, do I have any other on my team? Chironix, Valkyrie, yeah. Literally a lot of the meta has pivot, and to attack the meta back, you need those typings. So that's why we have like Baneki and Chironix for spirit types and light electric immunities. And if you don't run those 3 typings, what will happen is that you're just gonna get bullied. Like, let's say you don't have a single plant type on your team, you're just gonna get bullied absolutely by Phage Knot. He's absolutely bullied, or anything with Flash and Philly. Basically, if you don't have Earth types, then Zip Zap, your worst enemy. Don't have a light type, then Icicle is just gonna sleep your team with Fade Away. So yeah, on to the second tip. Now, for my next tip, um, second tip, predict your bleeds, predict the opponent's leads. It's really important. It's some people say it's not that important, but in like the higher level play, it's really important. It can decide if you win or lose a match. So let's say they have, here, let's first off with this. Start with this. People usually never lead off with their wall breakers. They always lead off with like barb setters, usually 9 times out of 10, or pivoters. So if you ever go up against someone, then just expect for a pivot lead or what's it called, barb setter. So yeah, and to counterattack these barb setters, you can go either into like a bar remover, or into something that can set up on it and then you win the game from there. Or so they go into a pivoter. You can lead off. You can actually do this. Watch. Okay, this is like high level play stuff. You can actually go into something like, let's say they're using Zip Zap, right? You can lead off with Valkyrie or Wintrix. Then after doing that, like they're gonna have Zip Zap, you're gonna go into Baneki right after. Most pivoters actually use specialty boots or like these items, goggles, gloves. So most meta ones anyway. And if they're not, just don't. Just know what Loomian it is. If it never uses specialty boots, then don't do that. If it doesn't use goggles, then don't do that. Like a Zulong, like you don't want to go into your supposed to Reptidon Zulong, and then your Reptidon just gets half HP and it's clutch, and the Zulong's clutch plus you or something. I don't know. So yeah, yeah, that's basically it. Now for this tip, short one but really good one that everyone should do for sure is to type your opponent's team in the chat. You don't need to like, oh wait, what? Speeders? Never mind. So Like, you can just do this. You don't have to actually like enter it out like that. You can just do like Dodrix, Ikazune, Luminami, Shen, Dulong, Timber, you know, all that, right? And then you won't forget at all. And sure, yeah, and to save time, just abbreviate it. Instead of that, you can just do this. What else I put? Yeah. Now, for my fourth tip, we're gonna go with prepare your team. And this is gonna be a hard one to explain. Basically, before you even battle, you want to have some sort of plan laid out. So, let's say you have, I don't know, a pivot lead. Like, actually no, let's say this. Like, you want to plan out what your lead is gonna be. So for my team, right, my lead 9 times out of 10 is gonna be Cephalops. This thing, really bulky, really great lead. Can hit a lot of barb setters right now in the game, like Gargolem is a big one. Lomelo, you know, Rachel plushie can't baneful bash us. Dokumori can't baneful bash us. We have Icicle Trap against it, Soldrin and Frostbeam, right? And just overall really good. And you know, you might like, if you looked at your team right now, what's the most like the best thing like out of every single Loomian you can lead off with? Like, you have to know what. And it's fine if you don't. Your team will still work, don't worry, but it's just good to have it like that. Like, for example, a lot of people's teams always have as Tyranics as a lead, and that's fine, right? You know, that's completely fine. It's just, yeah, you know. I mean, sometimes Phagena is a good lead because they don't have Earth immunity, so yeah. That's kind of it. Basically, plan out. Actually, no, that's not it. Firstly, is all have cores, not with just the typing, but with the actual moveset, right? Let's use Phagena as an example, and Cephalops. So, things that resist this thing, plant types, earth types, obviously, right? You have Cephalops here with Icicle Trap. That's a really good core. Icicle Trap in like Zip Zap, really nice. As well for Valkyrie, right? Let me name out another core. Let's say they have Tata, Timber Thrash, right? This thing doesn't want to stay in a Timber Thrash. I don't think it lives in Timber Thrash actually, but yeah, let's just say it doesn't live. We can just go into Beneki and just be immune to it. That's a core. It doesn't involve the typing specifically, but it involves the ability. Let me think. Tyranics, metal type. Here's the one with the typing. We have a lot of metal type resistances. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 actually. Not that many. Yeah, that's kind of it. Now for my final last tip, just use the Loomians you want, right? Don't be forced. Don't act like you're forced to run Lashent or like Luminami, Lashent, Ikazune, all of that. Just use stuff that you like. If you like using rain teams, use that. I mean, yeah, use heatwave teams. Use whatever you want. Have fun. That's what the game is. And I mean, you can, but people that use Lashant, Luminami just think that's fun. And yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, maybe it's not fun for other people, but if that's what's fun for them, then I guess so be it. You can't do anything about it. Also, oh, yeah, see that? Just left. Dennis Daly just left in front of me. Anyway, um, yeah, just you know, and let me just do this honorable mention. To overcome pressure, never feel like you're stressed out that much. It's just Loomian Legacy. Don't be too stressed out about it. There's still like 50 more days, right? How many? What does it say? 43 more days actually. Wow, time flies. Yeah, dude. If you're still in like hyper ranked, you still have 43 days to get high up there. And trust me, once you get into ace rank, it like you know everything's like really compact together. I don't know what I don't know what I'm saying, but just yeah, just have fun. Don't be pressured to use the good stuff. If you don't have SA phase, then I get it. I saw my comments on my other last video that like, oh, I can't get a Cephalops, Spirit Smart, or can't get this. Maybe you don't have the time for it. I get it, man. I get it. Just use whatever you want. You can use a different team. You can use the things you have right now, and not every bad team needs to be bad. Overall, this game still has a level of skill. You can use Cinemoth and still win. Now it's rare, but skill is a thing. Predicts all that good stuff, right? So yeah, just have fun. Don't be ashamed. Don't if someone else uses a Lachant, I mean, so be it. I mean, you can't make them leave the game. Yeah, I mean, I don't like Lachant. Let's all be honest. Like, it's kind of, but yeah, just I don't, just keep on going for no reason. All right, yeah. Bye. Thanks for watching, and thank you for the support for the last video. I really appreciate it.